St. Patrick's Day out here in Monterey, Virginia, specifically Highland County. And for St. Patrick's Day, we're starting to see a little bit of green. So there's 3 signs that spring might be around the corner, and I'm gonna have to protect my fruit trees because right down there, I can see deer trying to get at them. The grass is turning green. This big apple tree is starting to show a little buddage. I'll show you these other trees that I need to protect, but let's see right here. See if we can zoom in on that. Maybe not. There you go, that's good. Worms are in the ground. I'm watching the chickens eat the worms and birds are coming all around. But now I gotta go all the way down here. I'm gonna try to zoom in. I don't think you can see them, but deer are down there by our baby fruit trees. Let's zoom in. Right there. Straight ahead in the center. I'm gonna head down there and finish the fencing that I've been putting around the fruit trees. So we got one of our seasonal springs right here running through. Let's see if I can try to, I'm gonna creep up on these deer. Can you see them yet? Oh, there they go. There they go. All right, the dogs are on them. I have a couple fruit trees already fenced in, and then Kingsley has on his life preserver, and so does Winston, because they ran down here after those deer, and then I lost sight of Kingsley, and across this river right here, a creek, there was something dead he was eating the other day. I couldn't find him, and so I ran all the way down here, and then I came all the way back, and then I ran all the way down. I'm telling you, man, if you want to build up your testosterone, do stuff like that daily. And I found him up here by the house waiting for me. He is my special dog. I just love him to death because he is deaf. See, so I have this life jacket that says, Kingsley, I'm deaf, I have seizures. And then it has our old phone number. Because in San Diego, we would go to Dog Beach, and I actually lost him twice down there because there's so many dogs around, right? And when you call for him, he can't hear you. He's actually my favorite. Don't let the other dogs know. That one is actually a peach. This one I think is a peach too, and you can just see the buds. They're starting to spring and sprung. But look here, you can see that a male deer, a buck, has been rubbing his antlers on this one. So I'm gonna go over here and work on that one. I got another one there, and I have 3 plums over here that aren't looking too good. These are our plums, and they're not looking good at all. Trimmed them back a little bit. But we didn't plant these, so they were here before we got here. And this place was vacant for like a year, so the deer got a hold of everything. Finished up the 4th one. Now, see, there was fencing already here. That's where I'm gonna get this from. So our barn dominium's all the way down there, and you can see there's a shed next to it. That shed used to be right here. So I have a video that shows my neighbor, he put it on his tractor. Well, he didn't put it on, he drug it all the way down there, which was super cool. So what I'm gonna do is rob from Peter to give the paw. Never throw away anything. Like, look at this cage right here. We found that, we're not throwing that away. Anything to deal with wire. There's a rabbit cage right there. We'll do something with that. Maybe reuse it to do the rabbits that Meredith wants to do. So now I'm gonna get these posts out of here, and I'm gonna cut this fencing, and I'm gonna do the next one that's back there. And found something. The nice thing about the posts that they put in this fencing, they had this whole area fenced off, because when they first bought the property, there's a drive, where's it at up there? They basically just had this property. And then I think later down the road, they bought the middle part down here where the barn is, and they kept on extending it. But they put this in temporarily because what's really nice is I can shake these out of here, and I can get them out by hand pretty easy. The posts, bam, 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 bam. I'm just gonna do a square. And the way I determine how far I wanna do it, I'm gonna do it an arm's length. So I gotta touch the tree here. All the way out here is where I put the post. Here's some interesting stuff that I learned from being an artist. You learn about anatomy. From your fingertip all the way over to this fingertip is exactly how tall you are. Your head is 1/5 of your body. From your wrist to your elbow crease right here, that is exactly how long your foot is. Check it out. So I don't have my microphone with me, so I'm gonna talk loud. And since I've already chased Kingsley like about a half a mile, I don't wanna run down there and get my microphone. But look, I'm gonna put these T-posts in and I'm gonna keep the knobs to the outside. So when I tighten that fence around, there's something to hold on to. And then I have this T-post hammer. Well, these are gas powered now. They're super cool, but I'm still working. And then you'll see you'll have this little part down here that I only stick it into the ground right here. If you put it all the way in like this, like you should, they're very difficult to get out. I'll show you how to get them out on another video. But let me just like bust a move and put 4 of these in. Got the post in, knobs on the outside. Let's go steal some fencing. I had a buddy just stop by. He works for, I don't know if it's Highland County or Monterey, but they take care of the roads back here. And we had a big ice storm. We're still cleaning up from it. So there was trees everywhere. So they're back here maintaining that. And he came up and he asked me, his name's Evan, super cool dude. I met him downtown actually the first time I was putting air in my tire. I didn't have any quarters and he gave me some quarters. That's how I got to meet him. He follows us. But he said, hey man, do you want the chips? Because they're gonna be chipping up all the pines that are falling over, you know, like the small little branches. I said, heck yeah, dude. So he's gonna dump them down there by our wood pile. And then in the garden, we'll use that for our paths. People are super cool in Monterey. You know what I've been doing for the last hour? Looking for my wire. Like, stay organized. I throw it on the ground, can't find it. This is old wire, man. I don't throw anything away. When it comes to off-grid living, homesteading, wire is very valuable. And then a lot of people, they know how to wrap a fence around these T-posts, but let me just show you, because some people, it might be new to them. Look, here's my post. I got the little knobs right here, and the fencing's like this. When I have this post in, I'm gonna pull the fence as hard as I can. Like say if the fence is right here, I'm gonna pull it all the way over till it catches onto this one to make it nice and tight, and then I'll wire it down right there. So I got some tin snips. That's how I cut everything. I've had these for like 20 years. They've worked perfectly. So here's another cool thing. I have a video I'll show you in a second. Well, I'll show you the photo for that if you want to go watch the video. And it's of us making a compost bin just like this for our human manure. What that is we have a sawdust toilet. You take the bucket with the human manure in it, sawdust, and you put it inside a composting thing like that. And I have this cool little drill bit that goes on my drill, and it has 2 little holes for your wire to fit through. So when you wrap the wires through the fencing, you put the drill bit on here like this, and it twists the wires for you. It's a cool little tool, but I find it easier just to do it by hand. That works for me. The post that I start on, the wire has these long pieces on there. I'll leave it like that. So all I'm gonna do is basically fold it on here, and then I'm gonna take this wire and just feed it into here. So I'm just gonna fold it on. And then if you can't see it, over here, this comes through. Let's see if I can get my thing to work with me, and I'll just bend this over like this, and that'll hold it on right here. Bend it. But damn. Now that I have it holding itself in place, I'm gonna wire it really tight, and I'm gonna go to that end right there, and I'm gonna pull the fence as hard as I can and get those lines in the wire to pop over the notch, and I'll bend it, wire it down, and I'm gonna go to the next one. I'm gonna pull as hard as I can to get the wire to go over that notch, wire it up, and go all the way around. One more thing about safety, like when you tie or when you twist the wires, they're gonna be sticking out. Bend them down or whatever, because when you have these things sticking out everywhere, your child is gonna run up against it and cut their leg or their arm. You'll throw the ball, your dog will poke their eye out. that's about all I can do for today. It's going pretty good. You can see how I twist it and then I push these back so nothing's pointing straight out. And then I'm out of wire now, so that's it for today. I got 1 done, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 2 more trees up there. I'm gonna need to go find some wire. Things my wife hates: when I sniff, it's cold out here, okay? And she don't like me wearing this, it's a neck gaiter, but I put it on my head because it's thick and it's warm and it's awesome. But if you guys like these kind of videos, look, we got 32 acres out in the middle of Virginia, Monterey. This area where these apple trees, plum trees, we have peach trees. This is gonna be a glamping area all down along the river. We're gonna put primitive camping. Down there is a barn. We're converting it into a barn-dominium. We do videos about off-grid living, homesteading. I have a Titan truck that we're going to convert into an overlanding. That's why the channel is called Homestead. Overland, Virginia. We're going to start overlanding. We're in the middle of 3 national forests. Also do product reviews. So if you like that kind of stuff, we appreciate it if you subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, leave us a little thumbs up. And guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. But I'm coming home. I'm coming. I'm coming home. Homestead, Overland, Virginia.